Oh, 2 days ago. It was 2 or 3 days ago, right? Where I made the video about blowing 5 accounts. 3 days later, I'm back with a new set of five fundeds, five XFAs. I mean, if this isn't like me showing you guys everything and how anything is literally possible, the transparency, just the documentation of it all. If you seriously don't think, if you are super bummed out over blowing 5 accounts, 4 accounts, or even one account, it's so doable to just get that right back if you're in the right mental space. Um, like it was 3 days ago, bro, where I talked about blowing those five XFAs when I was literally, pretty close to a 10K payout. But I didn't let that get to me, right? I understood why that happened to me. And I took these 3 days. I think it was 3 days. Yes, or no, Monday I didn't trade. So it was these 3 days where I took these evals, and I didn't let me blowing those five accounts get to my head, because I think that's the last thing I want to do is let get another mental roadblock for me to get past. And for evaluations now, I think it's pretty safe to say that on the mental aspect of it, it's not too much of a problem anymore. Like a week or 2 weeks ago, I was able to pass 4 evaluations in 2 days, and then now I just passed 5 evaluations in 3 days, and so evaluations aren't too big of an obstacle for me. I think, in my opinion, at least mentally from it, which is pretty crazy to say as well, because I used to think passing an evaluation was the biggest thing in the world. I used to think, you know, it would take me weeks or months to pass an evaluation. I would try so hard, and I would beat myself up over it. Literally, like my entire days would be ruined when I would have a losing day on an evaluation account. And to think that I'm able to pass these in a matter of days, and not just one but five after blowing five 3 days ago, that's pretty crazy. Now, what I don't want to do is, right, obviously, just get in the cycle where I just waste money and time of just passing evals and blowing them, passing evals and blowing them. What I want to do, right, is get my ROI. Since I passed these evals, get that big payout, that 10K payout that I'm going for, and then from there, scaling just becomes a lot easier, bro. I think the biggest thing about it is you can't be afraid to lose your money, especially for evaluations. One difference from me not being able to pass evaluations a couple months ago, and just that side of being me compared to the person that I am now, compared to the trader that I am now, I guess, is that I'm just not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid of what'll happen on evaluations, especially because I have this mindset where it's like, maybe it's because I've taken out a few payouts, but it's like, okay, I know I can get another payout. So even if I blow these accounts, I'll just buy a new one, right? I'll just buy a new set of UV vals, and I'll pass those. And doing that just allows me to enter a lot more confidently, aggressively. And then what do you know? I pass the account in 2 3 days. So my biggest advice, if you're trying to trade evaluations, is don't stress over it too much. Deplete, like you're doing it, you're being uh counterproductive, I guess, by stressing over and by fixating on passing an evaluation and taking weeks or months to pass a single account. That just makes everything so much worse. If you see an entry, take it, aggressive size, aggressive cons, and preferably a tighter stop loss. Like today, the trade was pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie, first time top ticking, or not top ticking, bottom ticking, like truly bottom ticking. Um, like my top loss was 5 points today. I've never really kind of done that before. I've traded off of levels, and I've been close to like taking like this, but I've never had a stop loss this type before. So tried it on an express, or I mean not express, an eval. But like I said, gonna be a lot more aggressive. I'm gonna put the live video. It's so satisfying, bro. Just seeing like a tight stop loss and knowing if that's invalidated, that price is just gonna head lower. And today we respect that, and price headed higher, like I expected. It's so satisfying. Like I wish, maybe a part of me wishes, I feel like I started out with Pal's mentorship and just learning from his model, because top taking, bottom taking is so satisfying. But honestly, you could do it without going through like a mentorship. Like I taught myself levels, and standard deviation levels, and key levels, and consequent encroachment levels, all through YouTube. And um yeah, you don't have to necessarily have a mentor for it, but it's a lot easier, and it cuts out all the bullshit that you don't really need to learn. So yeah, but today's trade, like I said, was a long. Not much when I'm just trading off of levels to recap. Like this is a thing too. Like for ICT, there's a lot of things that go into, or for our smart money concepts, like my model, what I trade on the Express. There's a lot of things I need to take into consideration. There's a lot of conviction and confidence that I need to for things to be aligned up with. However, trading off of levels is just a level, right? Now, obviously, I feel like the unicorn model, what I trade, has a higher win rate, but it has a bigger stop loss. So there's good and bad to every single model out there, and it just depends on like your emotion. That's why it depends on the person who's trading the model, right? Because every model is different. Every model is possible, profitable, but it really just depends on who's trading that specific model. But today, like I said, let's just get into the trade recap. So today I was bullish. I don't know why I said holy shit. I don't know why I said it like that. Like I had some accent, like I'm some like foreign person. But today I was bullish because coming into the day I did not know we were going to dump this hard. I don't think anybody expect. I don't know. Maybe people did. Maybe we had that Wednesday data low that people were keeping their eye on. But I really didn't expect us to dump this low, especially after we put in data highs this morning. I really thought that we would take out these data highs. In addition to that, we have some resistance to the downside. So we have a bearish order block here, and price before market open, we were around here, kind of respecting this order block area. So I was like, okay, damn, maybe the best case scenario is for us when the new 4 hour opens, we have a clear accumulation zone here, right? And we have London lows down here as well. So I'm like, okay, damn, maybe when the 4 hour opens, we're going to get a nice, right? A nice clean sweep of these lows, right? Accumulate, right? A clear accumulation here, and then clear manipulation of these lows, and then we're just gonna buy up for the rest of the day, take out data highs, take out London highs, take out Asia highs, boom, 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 and finish off the week bullish. But no, that's not what happens. That's not what happened, because guess what? 9:30 opens. We don't take out data highs, which is like pretty good because that gives me conviction that we're gonna head higher later on. I'm waiting until the macro starts, so 8:45 a.m. or 9:45, I guess, Eastern time. But we're dumping, right? And then I have my standard deviation levels marked out. Like I'm okay. Like which levels are key levels that I think are going to reverse, right? So on the 15-minute as well, and I'm looking. I had a level. It was like 6-0, I think. Yeah, 560 was one of my levels that I was looking at. There was a couple of standard deviation uh levels just lined up there, and then also a CE of some wick, right? So that was a level that I was looking at, but no, we blast through that level, and good thing, right, that I this that for when I'm trading express accounts that we had a pretty tight stop loss, because I did take a loss like at that 560 level, but it was a super tight stop loss. It was like a loss for like what, $200, and then obviously when we're trading this, it's you know tight stop loss, because if it gets invalidated, there's just no point. It's just gonna run lower, right? So it runs lower without me, and it just keeps running lower. Like it just doesn't stop. And so me and the Discord and we're all talking. We're like, okay, it's probably going to hit Wednesday's data low. Like this is what's so good about having a community and just pulling your Discord up and on your left monitor, because people are going to say what they think, and people most times are going to be right. If there's a lot of opinions, right? I mean, I guess they can be wrong as well, but one of them are bound to be right. And I'm like, oh damn, I didn't even realize like our Wednesday data lows weren't taken out yet. I'm like, oh, we're not Wednesday. When was this? Whenever this was, right? Was it Wednesday? I don't know, but it wasn't taken out. Oh shit, okay, so it still hasn't been taken out. I'm like, damn, maybe there's a possibility that you know those lows are going to be our target. I'm like, okay, do we have any levels that are aligned with that kind of area? And we have this, oops, and we have a, let me see. Oh, and we have this kind of standard deviation level lined up. Is that yo? And this is, hold on, give me like 1 second. I'm recording real quick. There you go, you're straight. And I don't think this was a level. Oh, it was. Okay, so I just marked out this 1 minute like manipulation like here. And then we have like relatively in this area, this -1 standard deviation level. And then the bigger thing for me was, I guess you can call this intuition as well, but we start creating structure. We start forming some sort of resistance. Like you can tell price, as soon as we manipulate this low, is going to want to head a little bit higher for buy side, because of the fact that we're kind of creating structure on the downside here, right? Maybe this is one of those things where you just have to see it happen over and over and over again. But I'm like, okay, so we have to, once we're here, we have to just manipulate these lows and wick off of it and hold. Okay, and so that's what I'm thinking. That's my thought process. As soon as we tap into this level, I'm like, okay, I mark out this wick right here, right? This is what I mark out. That's my kind of like CE area, my CE wick. like my entry, right? So my confluence was this -1 standard deviation level, kind of being respected by this price action. An extra confluence was we sweep these data lows, and then my entry was the CE of the 1 minute wick, and this is a super aggressive entry because the 5 minute, right, we don't really have an entry on that either for levels. 15 minute, we don't have an entry, so I'm like, okay, this is our last shot on the 1 minute. Maybe we get an entry. We get it. My stop loss is literally 5 points, right? Because 5 minutes been invalidated, 15 minutes been invalidated, but we can take a shot on the 1 minute. And so let's see, we take a shot, super tight entry, tap on it, and boom, we just shoot straight up. Like, this is the good thing about entering aggressively. This is why I feel like I'm able to pass it faster as well, is because, oh yeah, by the way, I think, let me just show you guys, it says leader 1 right now, but let me just show you guys the proof. But combine, yeah, so 1 2 3, and then 1 2 3, and then I don't think it's updated. I don't know. So top stuff sometimes is tripping, but that was 3, and then we have 2 here that I'm trading. I just don't think these have been updated yet. But yeah, just show you guys that it's 5 evals being passed. I should have done that at the beginning of the video, but whatever. But yeah, like I said, after it just pumps up. This is a good thing about trading aggressively on evals, is because you don't need a lot of points. And I think that's what helps me pass it faster, is because I'm not waiting for, you know, big moves. Because in case we just drop down like this again, I'm already out of the trade and I've already hit my take profit. So yeah, entering aggressively with big size on evals is also very super beneficial. But yeah, so that's kind of how I passed 5 evals today. And yeah, super grateful, bro. Super grateful that I can be in this position. I should just, now, I don't know if people, hopefully people watch the end of the video, because I really didn't think about this just saying leader 1, and hopefully people stayed and saw that I actually passed 3 here. Well, 3 have been approved. I don't know why the other 2 haven't been approved yet. It's just an update thing, I guess. But yeah, maybe I'll talk to Wendy. But yeah, pretty crazy, bro. We're back on it. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be the comeback, bro. I'm telling you guys are right now witnessing, like 3 days ago, blown 5 accounts, passing 5 accounts again. Like, dude, if I'm able to get a 10K payout out of this, I don't know what would be more inspirational or influential than that, than just seeing somebody blow accounts and continuously documenting their journey, and then finally getting that payout, that big payout they've been wanting. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me so far in this journey. We have so much more in plan. I have so much more in plan, like for the YouTube, for the Discord, for everything, bro. And I'm really excited to just share with every single one of you guys. I want everyone, literally everybody, to eat. As I grow and as more people, as more heads start coming in, I'm going to improve my Discord. I'm going to, you know, literally lay everything out there. I'm literally thinking about just laying everything out there, bro. The details of my model, of what I trade, my levels, my entry model, the time, the market maker model, like everything that's helped me make progress so far, I want you to learn as well. So yeah, if you guys aren't in the Discord, just join. It's completely free, and yeah, I don't live trade in there just yet. I'll probably start live trading if I'm able to, you know, get that 10K pay. I feel like that's like the real, oh, okay, I'm consistent. People are actually, you know, are going to benefit off of watching me. So yeah, yeah, we're just a community that we talk and we share thoughts and we, you know, improve and we trade together. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. It's Friday, so enjoy y'all's weekend, man. Actually enjoy y'all's weekend. Don't sit on the charts for hours trying to backtest maybe for a couple, you know, of minutes, 1 hour, 2 hour. Get off the charts and enjoy y'all's weekend. I will be back on Monday with a new set of XFAs. Let's actually trade them responsibly, Alex. Let's actually take them for what they are. I'm almost paying a band in fees, or I did pay a band in fees, $750 activation fee, and then what is it, $250 for the top step evals. Yeah, so yeah, pretty pricey, but it'll be cool when I have that 10K payout. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. I will see you guys later. I love you guys, boys. I love you always, right? Full homo. And yeah, see you guys later. God bless.
Na festa do fim de semana, só rolê bom. Ela chega e desencana com passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Na festa do fim de semana, vai me parar. Vai me parar.
paredes, vai, vai, quatro, em quatro paredes, em quatro paredes, vai, vai, em quatro paredes.
Na festa do fim de semana, só rolê bom. Ela chega e desencana com passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Na festa do fim de semana, vai me parar. 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 Na festa do fim de semana. Na festa do fim de semana, só rolê bom. Ela chega e desencana com passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Na festa do fim de semana. Na festa do fim de semana, só rolê bom. Ela chega e desencana com passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Na festa do fim de semana, vai me parar. 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 Vai me parar.
Em quatro paredes, vai, vai, quatro, em quatro paredes, em quatro paredes, vai, vai, quatro, em quatro, quatro.